Falkland Islanders have voted overwhelmingly to remain a British territory, with only 3 votes going against the idea in a 2-day referendum. UK Prime Minister David Cameron's called on Argentina to respect the landslide result. Buenos Aires maintains Britain stole the islands from it 2 centuries ago. The continuing dispute sees some critics questioning Britain's overseas policies, as RT Sarah Firth reports.
This is the story of an island, a proud and spirited people displaced, and a government who put a devastatingly high price on paradise. Shockingly for many, it will be the first time this story's ever being heard.
It's everything, memory of the island, memory of the happiness that we were living each other, and the way we've been treating here with this government. It's very hard.
Diego Garcia is a British colony in the Indian Ocean and the largest of the Chagos Islands. It has a population of roughly 2,000 people, about the same as the Falkland Islands.
A lot of good memories of the Chagossians. It's a home, a real paradise.
Today though, Diego Garcia is one of America's biggest military air bases.
Because it's our land. It's not for them. You know, when you see them, you got this anger because they are enjoying the island, not us. We are suffering.
Back in the 1960s, in a deal shrouded in secrecy, Britain agreed to loan the islands to the US. But there was a problem. The island had for generations been inhabited by the Chagossian people. They built schools, hospitals, a whole life. And what did the British government do? They simply pretended none of this existed by evicting the entire population from their homes.
Secrets, lies, deception, dishonesty, all the way through it.
In fact, in 1982, as Britain went to war protecting the Falkland Islanders from Argentina and draining vast sums of money and costing British lives, at the exact same time it was also using extensive resources, preventing the people of the Chagos Islands from returning home.
The Falklanders are living in their homeland, and they have a choice to say whether if they wanted to stay under the rule of the British, or if they wanted to go to the Argentine rules. They have a say, but we the Chagossians, we don't have the say. It's give me the impression that there's no justice. Even the British government is the one, like you, every now and then you hear in the news talking about human rights, justice, social justice, and so on, that they are the one that manipulate the justice.
The Chagossian community have been fighting for their right to return to the islands ever since. Though winning some of their court cases, the British government have continually appealed, blocking their progress every step of the way. How differently the Chagossian people have been treated. There's been no government balloting or knocking on doors on their behalf or asking what they want.
The H word comes to my mind, H for hypocrisy.
For how long they're going to punish us? For how long we're going to live this life? We don't want to be here. We don't want this life. We want to go back home, where we belong. That's our dream. Send us back home.
Perhaps the most shocking thing about this story is this isn't simply something that happened decades ago. Those past injustices have been compounded by successive British governments right up to the coalition of today, who continue to fight against the Chagossians returning to their island. And so their stories remain largely consigned to the shadows. And yet the Chagossian people continue to bravely fight to return to their home. Sarah Firth, RT, London.